Welcome back. This is the Leatherman Surge, and it's been modded to have an amazing upgrade. A custom MagnaCut blade. It's made to my specifications, and I'm going to go over its features and its possible cons. Quick disclaimer, with the understanding that I would be reviewing this product, Huỳnh Kiệt sold me this product at half price, but my opinions are my own. So let's get it out of the way right away. The blade quality is superb. It comes quite sharp. It's well made to my specifications. It's made of MagnaCut steel. It is plate quenched to a hardness of 60 to 62 HRC. Now I did have it custom made, inspired by the Kabar Adventure Warnstalker fixed knife. There's a picture of it on the screen right now. I like Wharncliffe type blades for a multi-tool like this since it's ideal for fine cuts and utility work. Quite like the Milwaukee Fastback, utility type blades are Wharncliffe style blades. The straight edge allows for stable, controlled cuts along the entire length of the blade. There's two sections of jimping on the blade. There is the ones there and there. The jimping there is just for fun, kind of similar to the knife it was inspired by, but the jimping here I left for a specific reason, because when it's locked, I can choke up on the knife quite well and get a nice little spot to put my thumb in order to do very controlled, nice cuts and actually get a little bit of extra power on the tip when I'm cutting certain materials. Another way to hold it with that front jimping is with my finger pointed out like that, and I can get some nice little cuts. I really like knives that have this type of thumb stud. One of my biggest gripes with the original blade right here is while I can still do it one-handed, it's kind of slippery, it's imprecise, and sometimes, especially if that screw is tight, like they sometimes are out of the box, you still sometimes sort of need two hands to open up the blade. Whereas with thumb studs like these, you can always do it single-handed, precisely every single time. Probably saw already that I had two little tiny wire cutting notches on this bottom of this blade. Now, as expected for this type of wire stripper, they're fiddly and not the greatest, but they work well enough in a pinch. While I removed the can opener, in order to install this hammer mod that you can see in a previous video, the can opener has the wire strippers on it, and I wanted to get some wire stripping capability back. Banana 4 scale, please subscribe. Guess what? I wrote a children's book called Who Says Pooh? It's a funny read-aloud children's book about words in different languages that sound phonetically like the English word poo. Link is in the description. Now back to the video. Now here's the question everybody's asking, how well does it cut? Well, it cuts fantastic. Here's the tried and true paper cut test that everybody loves. Here is some survival paracord. It cuts it like butter. Very easy. Don't even have to strain for that. And then again, we can go back to this. So Huỳnh Kiệt makes these really sharp right out of the box for you. Okay, so now some cons. I love these type of thumb studs on knives. And normally it's not a problem, but the one thing I don't like is how much this one sticks out beyond the edge of the multi-tool. It's going to make it a little bit harder to get in and out of sheaths. I sort of wish this was half as long outside. This might be a con for you, this might not be. If this is a con for you, he uses M2.5 threaded thumb studs or screws. So I'm thinking about switching this out with a little tiny M2.5 screw. Now, the next thing is that the blade could be a tad longer. Here's the edge of the knife. There's about, I would say, 3/16 of an inch longer it could safely be. That would be great to just have that extra length. It's not necessarily needed, but it is me splitting hairs. The next con, for others might be the biggest, is the price. This is 80, just for the blade itself, is 80 USD, which, to some could be a con since that's 66% the cost of a Leatherman Wave Plus, or about half the cost of the Surge itself. Now, for some, that price might not be worth it. So I mentioned it as a con, but others will find that price acceptable. This knife, requires expensive steel and an experienced craftsman to make it. So at 80 USD, it's really not a far-fetched price. I think that's a very reasonable price for what Huỳnh is offering. If you are interested in buying one, Huỳnh Kiệt is based in Vietnam and mainly sells on Etsy as Kiệt Custom Knife. As far as I understand it, he can make a custom blade for any Leatherman multi-tool. Would double check with him if there's any specific models that he can't. He currently has a lot of orders, which has caused delays in processing and shipping. So be patient with him. It's a single guy operation. I ordered mine in February of this year and I got it in mid-October. Because he is so busy, it can be easy for him to miss messages from time to time, so be patient with him. I think this is an amazing Leatherman upgrade. But if you have a Leatherman Surge, definitely check out the video on this epic Leatherman upgrade. Thanks for watching.